guys, it's me again, Ruowen Huang. I'm basically grabbing the topic from the chat and make it an episode itself. So anyway, just easier for search purpose later. Before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today, I want to share a little bit my personal experience regarding to Ho'oponopono and the blue solar water. My friend been getting to this Ho'oponopono things for really, a couple months. And it never really, I heard people say it here and there, but it's never really got my curiosity. It's only till, I guess a while back, like months back, I saw this very nice blue bottle everywhere on Facebook, and then it got my curiosity. Why is everybody drinking from this pretty blue bottle for it? And it got me looking to the blue solar water. And it was then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to give it a try, just like I would like to test everything else in my life, right? So then I start my experiment of solar water. And it was then because I have a brain like a 2-year-old, I would say. I have a lot of why does it have to be blue? Why does it have to be sun? What's the difference between 1 hour and 5 hours? Why does it have to be glass? Why can't it be plastic? I like to test everything to prove that it works, right? So then I decided to start drinking my water. So at the beginning, I start buying a clear bottle of water. So a glass bottle, I start a clear glass bottle of water. The first time I did it, I put it outside for 5 hours. I know it's a bit too long, but I put it outside for 5 hours. So the day when I'm drinking it, right away, I can feel very quick vibration, and then I can feel the light burn on my chest. It go away really fast, but I do feel the quick vibration. You almost feel like I just drank a concentrated coffee for me. So not really comfortable. So I thought maybe because I put it under the sun for too long. So the second day, I do the clear bottle, 1 hour. And then I still feel the burn. So I realize it doesn't matter I put 1 hour, 5 hours. The burn is the same. The vibration is the same. And then it's like drinking concentrated coffee for me. Of course, I share it with my family member and none of them feel anything, right? So then I got a chance to drink light blue bottle of water. The light blues, because I would like to know what's the difference. And then, surprised to know, when I'm drinking it, it creates two different vibrations. One is the almost you call solar water vibration, which is very quick, very fast, but at this time it doesn't create burn. So I do think the color do filter some of that heat, like quick vibration or very penetrating heat. But meanwhile, when I'm drinking it, create another vibration that is almost like sorrow. The best way I can describe to you, like similar frequencies, like sorrow, very light. So it become very too obvious frequency. Eventually, we're kind of blending in, right? So I kind of start to understand how this water work. It's basically call out some of your sorrow and try to neutralize with solar energy, like quick vibration, and neutralize it. So sure enough, I tried the deep blue water. I was told that you can actually using the color, this clear color paper to wrap it. So I do the deep blue one. This time I realized it creates two almost extreme vibration when I drink it. One is deep sorrow. It's called deep sorrow frequency. And then the other one is super fast. And then eventually, take usually about, I would say safe to be 30 minutes. Take about 30 minutes, and then it slowly neutralizes to become one frequency. At that stage, I start to think, well, I think I get how it works now. It basically is kind of make your deep sorrow more manageable to deal with. So sure enough, I would decide to let it, see if would that just heal me, or would the emotion come back, right? Then I realized if I don't drink it, the sadness is still there. The feeling is still there, right? So it's almost like, when you're sick and then you are taking Tylenol, you just take the Tylenol and you kind of feel okay, manageable, but then your sickness is still there. And if you continue taking that and you have good rest, the key point is you have good rest and you drink well, eat well, then you eventually recover. I would say for me, at that point, this water feels just like that to me. So then, sure enough, after trying light blue, dark blue, now I'm going to try other color, right? So I start trying yellow. Now, first one I try is green. I try green. And then green, I have various color cup like this. So I decide to put it, instead of having a whole bottle, I decide to put it in the cup. And then I decide to try green. And then green is interesting. And this time it doesn't give me like quick sorrow, like the deep sorrow vibe and the very quick vibe. It gives me a sense, the best way I can describe it is spring. A sense of spring with a little bit kick to it. Does that make sense? Spring with a little bit kick. So I thought, okay, that's interesting, Then I try yellow. Yellow, it gives me the feeling and sense of fall. It feels like, when people are harvesting and then they feel like fall, like more grounded, not just sprouting, but more grounded, rooted, So anyway, I tried various color. I do have to be honest with you guys. I'm a little bit, after I try all the color, I'm a little bit afraid to try red just because the quick vibration I'm experiencing, I'm afraid to add on the same equally quick vibration as red, right? But, just though I share with you guys a little bit my personal experiments with those water. And I also realized when you're using on glass and using on plastic, you will still get the effect, but you will have a delay. When the container is made out of plastic, then you will have a delay effect. I would say the best way I can describe it is about 3 seconds. 3 second delay of the feeling. It's slower. So any frequencies like this, it will become a bit slower. So maybe that's another reason why people tell you not to use plastic, but use the glass instead. So anyway, this is my personal experiment. I do not speak for everybody. It's just based on I have a super sensitive body. I use it to, for me to test any other thing. But also because of that, it got me to start understand how Ho'oponopono work. Is Ho'oponopono basically represent I'm sorry, I forgive you, I thank you, and I love you. So it's a Hawaiian way of healing yourself. By drinking this water, get me to look into this Ho'oponopono things. And then I start to realize, now it makes sense because the feeling that I actually create in human's body is very similar to this kind of sensation. Excuse me. Like, we are feeling this. A lot of time when people ask me, like, when I'm saying I'm sorry, I forgive you, I thank you, and I love you. Talk too much today. I'm gonna have a break. Yeah, please forgive me. Thank you. So, yes, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I thank you and I love you. So, a lot of time people believe is when we are dealing with people who have done something wrong to us, and then we want to be here to say, I'm sorry, please forgive me and I thank you and I love you. But after the whole experiment, because I started with the water experiment before I actually look into it, I realized it's actually a lot to do with your self-healing. Who you forgive may or may not be the person who have done something wrong to you. As more I personal experience from this whole experiment is I believe those words, those terms is more internally, like you saying to yourself. Does that make sense to you? So I believe when you say I'm sorry, it's more to your inner child. Who you are inside is, I'm sorry I had made you suffer all this time. Please forgive me. Please forgive me for, put you down, hide you there, to make you feel bad, so bad about yourself, to make you feel you're ugly, to make you feel you're unloved. I thank you for being with me all this time. I thank you for being there for me. I thank you for not giving up at me, whatever things that work for you, really. And I love you. At the end, I think this method will help for you guys if you are dealing with some deep sorrow that you don't know how to get yourself out and you don't know what to do with it. It does have the energy to neutralize your mood a little bit, put you in a more rational mindset that you're able to cope with things. At this point, I hope you guys can use a different aspect of it to realize if you still have that anger towards someone that you simply cannot forgive them, try to use it within yourself. Try to have that conversation within the inner child that you have, and then saying I'm sorry for that you suffer all this year, please forgive me, and I thank you for being there and I love you. I mean, at the end, what I mentioned in the previous episode, I think is who we are, as a soul, that is a person that we want to heal, that's a person that we want to learn to grow as well. So anyway, just I don't speak for this. I mean, I'm not a master of this. There's so many masters out there. Go seek. If you are interested in Ho'oponopono, you're interested in all this Hawaiian healing, you're interested in blue solar water, I'm pretty sure there are way more people who are way more experienced than I am, like, able to provide you more information. I'm just simply share with you my personal experiment with them. I personally don't think deep blue color is the only way to go. I believe you can also try different color. As if your life doesn't really have a purpose, that you are not sorrow, you don't have that deep sorrow, you don't really have that thing you have to work on. But let's say your life is a lack of direction or something like that, I would say try green. Green might actually work. When you're doing something for a while but you haven't feel grounded, you don't feel grounded or things like that, try to give yellow a try. Of course there's so many colors. I haven't really tried them all yet, but I'm still trying. If anything new discovering, I'll let you know. But I personally I study crystal before, I study color before, I study the different label on the water before. I do have to say any material that you use to put on the label, color you use on it will impact the property of the water. So anyway, for your reference, again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on my Facebook or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website ruowen.com. Till then, next time. Bye!